Today's story is The Magical New Year's Eve. Hannah loved Christmas, the sparkling lights, the warm cocoa, and the stories her grandma told by the fireplace. But what she loved even more was New Year's Eve. It's like opening a blank book, her grandma often said, ready for you to fill with adventures, dreams, and joy. This New Year's Eve, something felt extra special. Her grandma had told her about the time fairy, a magical being who protected the world's most precious gift, time. She only visits those who truly believe, Grandma whispered with a twinkle in her eye. That night, Hannah sat by her bedroom window, her breath fogging the frosty glass. The stars seemed brighter than ever, as if they were listening. Hannah clasped her hands and whispered, I wish I could meet the time fairy. Just as the clock struck 11, her room was filled with a soft golden glow. Hannah turned around, her eyes wide with wonder. A tiny figure hovered in the air, with wings that shimmered like sunlight on snow and a golden clock pendant around her neck. Hannah, the fairy said, her voice as musical as a wind chime. Your wish has brought me here. I am the time fairy, keeper of time's magic. Hannah gasped, I can't believe you're real. The fairy smiled. Time is real, Hannah, but its magic is fragile. Tonight, I need your help. Will you come with me? Hannah nodded eagerly. The fairy waved her wand, and in an instant, Hannah was whisked away. She found herself standing in a sparkling land of giant clocks, swirling galaxies, and cascading hourglasses. The air was filled with soft tickling sounds like a symphony of time. This is the time realm, said the fairy. It holds all the moments of the world, past, present, and future. But sometimes it's wrong. She pointed to the largest clock in the realm. Its hands were frozen and its golden face was dull. What happened? Hannah asked. The clock of New Year's Eve has cracked, the fairy explained. Without it working, the new year cannot begin. People's hope and dreams for the future will remain stuck. Hannah felt a shiver run down her spine. How can we fix it? The fairy handed her a small jar labeled Moments of Joy. Inside, glittering dust sparkled like starlight. This dust is made of happiest moments people created by showing kindness, love, and gratitude. Sparkle it carefully and let's see if it helps. Hannah flew up with the fairy to the clock's face. She opened the jar and gently sprinkled the dust over the crack. At first, nothing happened. Then a faint glow began to spread. The clock's hand twitched, but they did not move fully. It's not enough, the fairy said. The clock needs more than joy. It needs courage and hope. Hannah thought for a moment. I have an idea. She closed her eyes and whispered all the things she hoped for in the new year. More laughter with her family, helping her little brother when he felt sad, and trying her best at school. As she spoke, the dust glowed brighter and brighter. Suddenly, the clock began to chime. Ding, ding, ding. The hands spun faster and faster until they reached midnight. The entire time realm lit up with fireworks of every color, filling the sky with dazzling patterns. You did it, the fairy cheered. The new year can begin thanks to you. Hannah beamed. But it wasn't just me, it was kindness, courage, and hope. The fairy placed a tiny star in Hannah's hand. Keep this as a reminder that time's magic comes from the moments you create. Use it wisely. With a wave of her wand, the fairy sent Hannah back to her room. The familiar sound of cheering and fireworks greeted her ears. She glanced at the clock. It was exactly midnight. As Hannah snugged under her blanket, she held the tiny star close to her heart. This had been the most magical New Year's Eve of her life. She was ready to fill the blank pages of New Year with moments worth remembering. You were listening to The Magical New Year's Eve. If you have enjoyed this audiobook, then please subscribe to our channel. Thank you for being a Wordteller listener. We will be back with another audiobook shortly. Until then, happy listening.